Oh, well, I had a weird dream. It's about that Audi girl. It is a very unique dream. I didn't know what to expect of it, but I remember it. So I'm gonna record it on my chat. Well, let's go ahead.
No. Hey, I didn't try to go hit her. Now go outside. Go. Out. Outside. Outside. Go. Go on, Ruby.
Oh man, my stomach's been hurting. Yeah, it's a mean ass shit. Yeah, new puppy's playing around too much. Well, anyway, so the dream started off. Me and her were at a restaurant. I guess it was like a comfort restaurant that you can like. There's like big booths or whatever, and then she was like laying down that or something like that. Basically, what it is like, it was symbolizing me and her getting closer. Because God doesn't give you God doesn't give you the full. He gives you a message in the dream that you have to see. So basically, what I see throughout the message, me and her were getting really close in that, and then out of nowhere, like it changed to where we were getting like really face close and that, like we were getting to know each other very very well. That's basically what it's symbolizing. Oh man! Every time I start talking a lot, goodness. So it symbolized us getting closer, and we were walking around. That she had to go to the bathroom now, but she kept waving at the door, and then the scene changed. So she was going to the bathroom and that. Before she went to the bathroom, before she went and that, she was up against the wall. I got pushed up against the wall, and like I'm basically like, of course it was just me seeing through. Well, I guess seeing through my eyes. I didn't really see if it was me or not, but all I see was her. So like I get really close to her, and now like I want to kiss her and that, like telling me to make a move and that. And like she was so beautiful and that, like she was just like picture perfect and that. So I was like really into her. And then she walked by the like a dual door and that was part of the restaurant, and she like waved like this. She'd go like this, like telling someone to stay away. I looked outside. It was like two dudes out there, a blonde tall dude, and then like another dude. And that the blonde tall dude is the one I actually recognized first. She like waved him away. And this is the funny part about it. When she came out of the bathroom, that we were about ready to leave, and then the two came up to us like, oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, and then like making it look like it was like, and then the scene changed, and there was like a photographer with us, like one of those big old like I guess shoulder cams or whatever it is. He's like taking pictures like a model and that, and and the person told me, so they started. I was talking to him and that. He's like, oh, I've taken pictures of her and her, like, basically in her life. I'm like, oh, I was like, you're God. You're taking pictures of her life, like you telling me her life through photos, and that's a signature of the messenger. I mean, it could have been an angel, more or less likely, but it was God telling me this. And so, like, 24/7. That's good.
I had to keep her.
I know. Zoe, stop being a bitch.
Want to see Ruby? Ruby wants to see Cody.
I already seen her. Well, now you want to see me, Zoe? Oh.
He was nice to know you. I think Cody had been there like 50 days.
Well, that's because Dad has some of mine. Because I had I had like 4 black bears. I think I had like 6 of them, but Dad told me I could take his elastic ones because he only uses the cotton ones. The elastic ones, the not the white ones, but the different color ones.
Oh,
Yeah, because he doesn't like wearing them. Makes him sweat a lot.
okay.
Come on, dogs, go. Go on. Here they come. So anyway, so we were outside in that parking lot, and like there was a whole bunch of people around us. The only thing I could see is people around. It was me, Audie, and this tall blonde guy. I don't know what the tall blonde guy represents, but that's the point of it. Like, the point of the message is like, I got really close to her inside the restaurant. And this was like, it felt like a present past thing. Like it was in the present, me and her were together and that, like talking and getting really close and that. And then the past her popped up and it just like rotated. And it was saying like, she was holding this guy's hand and that. I was there watching and that, but I didn't really feel like jealous. I just felt like, okay, like I'm used to this type of shit, this way she is and that. And then the photographer guy was just sitting there. And I think it was like, I don't know if it was raining or not, it was like darker, like it was more close to like almost nighttime and that. Or no, it wasn't nighttime, it was still daytime, it was like cloudy. And so they start like running ahead, and I was still like talking to the dude and that, and he's basically like telling me, she's not who she thinks that you think that she is. I have pictures basically to prove it. I have pictures of her with, basically, the vision came in my head like she had, the photographer, I guess the angel had memories of her with like a lot of guys, like hanging out with a lot of dudes and that. And I know about it from her high school visit, but some things are slipping up, and there's more of the story coming out. Because people with a lot of heavy past, especially from high school, they normally want to try to keep that in the past. They want to talk about like the various things, but they want to control the talking points so it doesn't get out all at once, which is smart. It's how you should do it. And so, like the dude's like, "Oh, my camera's messed up." So he was running to his car and to like, I guess it was a battery thing. He went to get another battery and that. And I was sitting there, and there was like 4 dudes. Like they like came up around her. They knew of her. They're like the dudes I couldn't tell up front. I always tell them, it was a mixed black hair guy. He was mixed like black and white. It looked like, and like that's the only guy I'd noticed. And then the blonde guy. The other 2 guys were just there. And all I know is that this is a dream. So this ain't nothing that actually happened. It's not. It's a message. And then like she leaned on one of the guys, like her back up against him. The guy picked her up in that, like from the back, and like I'm looking at it from like my perspective, like it looked like a gangbang. Basically, that's all I can say. Nothing happened in the dream. I woke up when like something like when like he like picked her up from the back, like picked her up from like this, so like he didn't like grab her ass or anything like that. But I woke up from the dream. And so I believe the message was telling me that she has a tragic past and she hates talking about it in depth because obviously it's bad, and her herself can't understand why she does the things that she does do. But I'm afraid that I'm going to get more dreams and messages from, God, and I'm going to have to deal with these messages. This is my first dream of her, period. I had visions of certain things. I had visions of like a baby, like a brief moment of that. It's like a blonde baby and that. It's just like a vision thing. I'm just sitting there like, okay, okay, I understand that. It wasn't even a dream. It was just popped up in my head, when I was sleeping that, but like it changed over to another thing. And this one was just like, basically it's saying what she actually does do. She She flings on guys pretty easily because she likes the attention and the aroma. And from what I understand, she only does this because she thinks all she's got is the way she looks. And that's why the photographer was there. He was a modeling photographer, but it was, it was an angel in disguise. God was talking through her, like telling me with his angel, she's done this before. She's always, like always. He had like photographs of a bunch of different dudes that she's been with, or say like with, not necessarily done stuff with, but with. And it's getting more and more to the point of truth that she's gonna have to explain. That's like, if she honestly wants to be trustworthy and be loyal towards any man, because that your past matters as a woman. You can change that, but like, if you've been trying to get a boyfriend for so many years and that, and just to say, you see a guy that's really attractive looking, that, and like the guy, like, you don't know how to get a guy, and this is where it comes down to. When a woman doesn't understand how to get a man, the first thing they do is go sexual. Yes, they're supposed to go sexual to a certain degree, like show off some boob and that, maybe show off some ass and that. But when you constantly are showing off your goods, you get to that point where you're just like, that's all you think guys care about is that. So the first thing you're gonna do is sexual. You're not scared to not get to know. It's like you're not scared of showing off your sexuality. Like, normal women that have been raised traditionally are scared to show off their sexuality, and that they'll show off a little bit, but they'll get in contact with you through talking and stuff like that. They'll give you signs and that, but like, this like you go right after it, and that's the sad thing about it. Like, women altogether, and of course it's not just her or other people that I actually do know of that do this kind of similar thing, that maybe a little more harsh than that. They're delusional. It's like they want to find love, but they put all the goodies up front instead of working at it. It's like, it's like someone giving you food that's the best food ever, or you can work at that food and cook it yourself, which is the relationship itself. You cook the food, and as it gets, and you test it out. Oh, not enough salt. Oh, not enough pepper. Oh, not enough garlic. And you test it out. That's a relationship. You're testing out the food. You're testing her out until it becomes perfection. Perfection doesn't just come in just because someone's attractive. That's the biggest thing. Is like, attractiveness is great, but like, there's like a couple girls up above Wild Wings that I have a little thing for that I like. I think they're cute, and that I look at them from all different perspectives. Not some of them have like really big boobs, and that one's a blonde. That she's very sweet, and that, and they're average. She's got an average face, and that, of course that doesn't matter in that because you can always do whatever. She's got really big boobs. That's a plus. It's like, so instead of her being average, she's not above average because of like big tits. And the other girl, she's got a really cute face and that, and she's got a nice body and that. And then there's another girl that looks like she works out. Her ass is fat and that. She got like a little bit above average face. She's cute. And all these girls are single, and they all talk. When I come in, they're like, "Oh, you come in all the time?" And I was like, "Yeah, I come in all the time." And that, so I have conversations with them and that. And I always leave them good tips. I'm like, okay, well, the food's not that expensive, and I do eat it because I'm bored, and I gotta spend some of my money that on something because I already saved the rest of it up. So I go there for like a pre-meal before I go to the gym. I hang out and then talk and flirt and shit sometimes, and like, it gets to that point where you're just sitting there, you just enjoy it. The shitty thing is, when you're working with a girl that's really attractive looking, it's more or less likely you're going to be like getting really close to that person because you can't work with them. And that's what's happened with me and Audie, and that's already been told before, but this dream hasn't happened before, and I guess I'm kind of scared and or say more skeptical about it because I've had weird ass dreams before about people. And I'm trying to learn to forgive people's past. Because everyone has a past. It's fucking bitchy. Oh. Yeah, everyone has a past, so. And the sad thing is, you go through people's pasts and that when they're like kids and that, you can just tell like how they're gonna be as adults to a certain extent. Sometimes people dramatically change that. Most of the times they don't, so or they change very slowly.
Go time. Die, you clot sucker! Got anything else to say?
But how I feel about it, that I feel upset because like the dream just made me get really like idealistically close to this person, and then maybe because I don't understand the dream itself, but it's like upsetting that if you get so close to someone that and then it kind of like fades out.
Anyone need a weapon? Zed's incoming.
It gets painful.
Keep coming. I can do this all day.
And no one likes painful issues. And that's when people throw down saying they don't care, and they do. So, for instance, we had like standalone, like emotional, like talks and that, and our talks were basically actual, like emotional release talks, which is basically saying like it's actual truth. So people like hiding the truth from people and that because they're scared of what people think about them. And I understand that from being young myself. It's hard to release certain kinds of emotions and that, especially towards people that you don't want them to know because you're scared of certain things, whatever it is. Yeah, it's a weird scenario. Cause you can't tell who you're gonna like get close to, and here's what it is: like the person you get close to is the person that is always going to be there for you, talking to you, realizing that they don't care about how your past is, and that's the person that you're probably gonna end up falling in love with. Because people don't understand what love is. Love is just like, oh, affection. It's not affection. Love is a form of affection, but like, or affection, but it's.
I've got the feeling we're not alone.
Love is more like a life. It's like a lifestyle.
Ha! You're not so tough. Shit!
This area remains mostly secure. This hunt's helping you somehow.
So,
Some sort of prick. You're not this good.
and that's what people don't understand. It's like a lifestyle. Like you live for a very, decent time. Now you want to spend as much time as you can with someone that you love. And some people don't understand that, and they don't want to find that love. There's always someone you fall in love with in high school. Not
That means killing.
there's always someone in high school or someone that's trying to like make you better as a person, and that's what drives love
Got some
forward.
ammo here.
And like you can't refuse it. Doesn't matter how many times you walk away from it. Your heart's always gonna find that person. So say like for instance, the little emotional talks that say me and her having that out of nowhere. Like we'll just be like going out for food or something. And all of a sudden she'll start talking about certain things that relate to how she feels, and I'm just like,
Time to
okay.
make those big bucks. Siren in the house.
And like, okay, I get that you're speaking from your heart and that's hard to get sometimes.
Reloading. My damn ear. No substitute for training.
This area remains mostly secure.
And
This hunt's helping you somehow.
and
Is this some sort of prick?
she'll talk about like what happened in the past and that. And so she brought up some things that did happen.
Place
That
like
it
this
doesn't
can
matter
trigger
that they
serious
happened, but
mental
it was you know, she was
If I thought there was anything
basically telling me that she cares about me, and something happened where someone said that she didn't, and it made her upset. And this was the actual heart. Her heart was actually coming out, and she was like expressing herself to me. That's how love works. People think love is all about sexual interaction, getting married and stuff. It's not. Love is all about the interaction between two people and how strong it is. And people don't get that. Like, it doesn't matter how far away someone goes. If they're like truly, honestly in love with someone, they're always, always, always gonna have that in their mind. They can lie about it and make up shit about it, but it's not gonna matter. Your heart is what determines what love is, because your heart is what beats with that person, and your mind is what connects to that person.
minus 10 seconds?
That's what they say. Body, soul. It's like mind, body, soul. They're connection waves. You attach to them. You give. And the thing is, you'll start thinking about them a lot. When you consciously think about something a lot, you start having dreams. God starts sending you messages to tell you certain things. This is why it's very important to remember your dreams. But the biggest thing is, people, especially women, like to hide truth about things, and they do it quite a bit. Even older women do it a lot. Ones my age, some of them come out. Like I had a girl from high school that finally came out and said that she had an attraction towards me. I said, like, it's been like 16 years, and now you want to say you're attracted to me? You live down the street from me. You see, this whole entire time you thought I was attractive. I mean, she's not a bad looking woman, not. She got huge ass titties and that, but when she was in high school, she was a babe. Like, she was just tremendously fucking sexy. I mean, come on, fat ass, where are you?
You're not so tough. Clean up. Ow.
His head just flew off. Whee! So I can hit it. That's funny. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she told me that day, it's like, I remember that day, I was at the gym and that, she's like, yeah, it's like, I was sitting there, it's like, I thought you were really cute, and I was like, why did you approach me? She's like, I was scared. I was like, you're like one of the hottest girls in school, like, why were you scared to approach me? I was some dorky ass kid that sat there in a gym class with a whole bunch of people that didn't fucking like my ass. I remember the day she was wearing a spaghetti strap and that, like, she was showing off her stomach a little bit in that, and she was super fucking like, mwah, like fucking the best thing I've ever seen. She was fucking really fucking hot, super sexy. I'm like, you're sexy ass like me. It's like, yeah, I remember you were wearing a hoodie and that. It's like, I always thought you were really cute and that. It's like, well, I was kind of pudgy. I said, well, no, you look skinny in that, you know, in the hoodie and that. And I'm like, oh. And I'm just like, I didn't know. She's like, no. It's like, yeah. It's like, that was a girl that was thinking about me that whole entire fucking damn time since I was fucking 16. She was a year older than me. 16. It was really like 11 to 16. It was like, no, it was 15 to 16 years.
Careful. Reckon we got
This
covered.
woman evidently kept thinking about me. And I haven't talked to her since I've been seeing her that, but
Damn it, reload. None of you stand up.
and I was amazed. Cause I didn't even know. Like I was sitting there like, damn.
None of the sets made it in.
Like I could have been with you. That like she's astounding. She was really nice too. It's not like she was a bad person.
You're going down.
And like wow. I felt kind of dumb because I didn't know. And it made me just keep on thinking about that.
This area remains mostly secure. As long as helping you
Like imagine that was like my first girl I like banged. The whole like the reality would change dramatically.
Place for it in the world.
People would like be like,
That's good stuff.
"How did you get such a attractive woman in that?" And like, it would have been a lot different story in that. Fuck, my parents would have been thrilled. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" And that's the irony behind it. So, and that's how I have to look at what's going on now with Audie. She likes a guy in that because you know she thinks he's really cute in that, and she really enjoys him. He has no idea how the hell he got her. You know, she's a very attractive woman. She's extremely hot, and like, he was just confused. Like, yeah, now I know how I feel when I was in high school, and I'm like, damn, that girl actually really liked me. And it's like, wow, it wasn't even her; it was multiple women that liked me in that. I wasn't really popular in that, but like, I had some type of like thing going on where people actually like, I don't know, liked me in that. It was really weird. I'm like, why? Because it was just because I had a good face, I guess. Not like cute eyes and that, whatever the fuck it was. Even as of today, that's like the same thing.
Let that be a lesson to you. I'll go on knocking you all down.
And like, it's starting to get to that point where I'm starting to understand myself a bit more. That's how I understand myself because it kept on happening. I'm like, dude, like, you know, I get all these fucking gorgeous women that like me and that like, you know, girl named Gabby, Crystal, Chrissy, or Kristen, what's your girl named Amy and that, Izzy, Nicole, Erica. They're all super hot girls and that, and it made me realize, you know, this is how you get confidence and that. It comes down to like what you actually know about yourself and that. So why do people like me? And you start going down the psychology of it, The psychology of it's just weird. You're all like, oh, women like entertaining men. That's basically what it is. The more entertaining you are as a man, the more that women end up, enjoying you. And that's what it is. That's why some women go for looks and that, they go for entertainment. Like, they don't have a style, honestly. If someone's entertaining enough in that, like, they'll get close to them. Not saying they're gonna get with them, obviously, because looks do matter to a certain extent. I hate to say it, but it's just how it is. A lot of people don't like that, but, what would say?
If I thought that was anything but luck, I would be impressed. Area remains secure.
But yeah, it's just very interesting to, like, talk about the past. It's always in high school, though. Like, high school's, like, the biggest thing that, I still remember that day with that chick. Her name was, we called her, Vivian. I think it was something like that. Call her VB. And, like, I would love to talk to her again. If I do see her and that, I would love to talk to her and, like, I mean, she's a year older, so she'd be, like, 35 now. I don't know what her life's like and that, but that'd be nice. Talk to her and get to know her and that. Actually, like, fuck, I might as well go on dates with her and that and see what happens in that. It would be nice to bring back the memories of high school and that, and see like, oh, this and that, I remember this. Cause it's just so different though, like, I escaped that reality for so many years now, and like,
Keep the area secure. That means kill any Zeds that get near.
and like, seeing how people change and that, like, I haven't seen her go in the car wash and shit. I think she's too scared to, but if she does, then I'll just throw her down.
Zed's incoming. Die, you clots!
But it'd be really nice though, like, I don't even really even care.
None of the Zeds made it in. Surprising. What a cookie.
Bye-bye, scumbag.
If I thought that was anything but luck, I would be impressed. Area remains secure.
But like, the way I look at that, like, I missed out. It could have been better off. But hey. I took this road because I had to go through the trial. And people always say, like, my GM manager, well, Joey, he went through a cancer trial and that,
Fast as you can, so think slow.
and he got a girl right after that. Someone from the past came up and started talking to her again, talking to him again, and all of a sudden, she's hanging out with him. She really cares about him, brings him food and that, like, or starting to bring him food and that. She comes over there, picks him up from work and that, because he does have a car right now.
Ammo here. Ha! You're not so.
And it was just, like, really beautiful.
Watch out! Left pound! No substitute for training.
Deal with the stragglers. I'll make sure the next round is a challenge.
And it was really beautiful to see her. Like she's a pretty girl, and that she got a nice body, and that you know, she got some nice boobs on her, I guess. You know, no, but she seemed to be very, very like headstrong about him. I mean, obviously, she's not like the hottest girl I've seen.
Not
You know,
sure if this place makes big
obviously, like Audie's really fucking like she's better looking than most girls I've seen. So.
Sure, spend it all.
And
Money
like,
doesn't know to the grave.
hell, this caffeine
The
stuff's
fact your
kicking though.
survival is an accomplishment is pathetic.
And I don't know.
Pod closing soon. Hurry up.
It's just really funny, like seeing how life works and that things just happen. And I'm happy for him because he didn't think. He was just like, oh man, I didn't think that she was gonna do this. Like, of course she was, because you know it's supposed to happen.
Hard to steal this many.
And it happened. She came over the first day and that she spilled her guts out, you know, about all the stuff and that. I always gotta face fucking fat ass over there.
Bye-bye, scumbag. Damn it, reload. Got anything else to say? Die, you clot sucker! Got anything else to say? It's on fire!
I might die now. Oh, that wall. Get your titties out of my face. Get your titties out of my face. Oh, that one did that. Let's see this workshop. Okay. Let's take double issues. Change my character over. We'll do Foster. Skeleton Foster. Yeah, I love Santa's Workshop. You get a lot of ammo on that.
Wave 1.
First, you can get his ammo. And armor. Wow, that's a good run so far.
Right, here comes Cash on legs. Back! Not dead yet. I'll sort that. Take that. Its legs have gone. Surely it's all over.
But yeah, I'm just curious what's gonna happen with me in that. Someone's gonna come out my pass and that. I already know it's coming.
Don't worry, the next one will be harder.
I already know it's coming. I just don't know who. I think quite a few girls actually like you really fast in that. We'll find out. I always think it's gonna be that Crystal girl and that from Taco Bell and that, but I think that was just a gimmick. I don't think she's gonna come down there. I saw on Facebook that she ended up having another kid.
Probably got a close dead here. And that's just the first course.
Yeah, she ended up having another kid. She had a girl.
That's gonna make Bossy got your attention, eh?
Yeah, she's young, so must have just had her in the last couple of years. Probably with the same guy that she's with. That's so funny. Like, this is the girl that wanted to, like, have sex with me so fucking bad when we were at Taco Bell. But the irony is that she's with that guy still, I guess. And that's beautiful that they're together in that, because, you know, he worked really hard to get where he's at. Like, he busted his ass for her because he actually loves her now. That's why I couldn't do nothing. Like, it makes it kind of sad. I could have got some really, let's say, really good, I guess, pussy in that. She was a very attractive looking woman in that. A lot of guys flirt with her in that. But man, she was just like, oh, that ass was so fat. She was such a nice brother in that. I remember the picture that she sent me of her in like black underwear, like see-through underwear. It was nice. It was very nice. But I could have, but my intuition was telling me that this guy was gonna get ruined. And the whole point of this is a very good story to talk about because it's basically saying like how control the urges of yourself. And like, I mean, she tried. I mean, she wrapped her legs around me all the time and that'd be rubber pussy on me and that. She tried so hard to get me hard, so to speak. And it didn't work because my honor overcame my horniness. And oh, what? Attack him? There we go.
Look alive, just paying us a visit.
And like, she tried like 3 times, tried to do stuff with me, and then she was just like, and she was like 25, 23 or something like that. She was always fucking horny now. I'm like, girls always say, like, guys are always horny and that blah, blah, blah. You know how, like, a woman's biology works? Women are more sensitive to sexual interactions than men are. Like, when women, like, get close to a guy and that guy, like, starts touching them, they immediately start to get, like, more aroused. Not a lot of people know that. Especially women themselves. They always will blame it on dudes. I'm sorry. You're full of shit. You're so full of shit. Oh my god. It starts to get kind of comedic. Comedic. It really does. I'm sitting there like, why are you so horny all the time? I don't know, I'm just horny. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, stop fucking rubbing on your titties and shit. Like, I remember one day, Crystal, like, she misbuttoned her shirt for a reason to show off some boob. And I was, like, sitting there like, you know your shirt's not buttoned right. And she's like, oh, sorry. She's trying to show off her little titty in front of me and that. I'm just like, are you serious? Like, come on, we're at work and that, like, I get it, you like having, like, bathroom bar sex and that. That's basically what she's doing. I'm like, dude, I can't do that. Like, I have to be in a legitimate relationship and that, like, I don't give a fuck how attractive you are to me and that. I'm just not gonna just fucking do stuff with you. It doesn't work like that.
Dead yet? I'll sort that. I should get paid a bonus for this.
Deal with the stragglers.
Like, you can't do that. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me to push that narrative.
And the Bostonator takes round one.
You don't have enough money to
And, like, I'm just thinking to myself about what happened in the past and that. Not even with her, with the other girls, and I'm like, damn, it's getting bad. It's getting really bad. Like, I'm like, think of all the girls that I fucking, like, could have done stuff with and that. Even, like, normal, traditional women. I just like think about this one girl named Gabby, she was a dancer, and my biggest mistake, I could have been with her. This was, like, 2015 or 2014. But I think it was 2015.
Horzine did okay with this.
And, like, blow them up. These pictures are fun to use. And, like,
Wave 5.
she was astounding. Well, anyway, so we hung up that. We were just talking a lot on the phone and that. And we saw each other on, like, camera and that, because I had a. Like, we're on Skype or what the fuck it was. I can't remember. And, like,
That's gonna make a mess. Bossy got your attention, eh? I'm blind! That'll shake some cobwebs loose.
Dumbass. Oh my god, my stomach's hurting again. Oh, why does somebody always got hurt in the fucking morning time?
It hits the canvas.
Oh, I hate that shit. Maybe blow it up a little bit.
Now sort off. Hope someone's taking notes. The bastard's almost history. And the Bostonator takes round one. That's gonna make a mess. Is that nearly...
Yeah, this guy doesn't do as much damage as it. I'm just always curious, like, what could happen. That everyone else is having this good karma shit. I'm just like, when am I gonna get some good karma? I don't know. I never really get bad karma. Nothing bad never really happens to me, like physically in that. Like I never get like massively messed up in that. I'm normally just there. But if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So I just gotta wait and see. It's always one of those things. Wow, wait and see. It's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, C4 is really good for bosses. Boom boom. Oh, what the?
It's down! Happiness is, as they say. Watch the wall! And it hits the canvas! I should get paid a bonus for this. Now sort off!
Don't worry. The next one will be harder.
Just picking them off.
I
Just hit him.
had to do that to the last guy to pull him up.
You're just dragging this out. How long will a weakling like you survive?
C4 is so fun. But yeah, just seeing what could happen. It's not like I'm getting really interested in it.
Don't bleed on the pod. It was hard to steal this many.
Yeah, I need to do this. Need to be something a bit bigger. Sure. Fuck it. Let's go with the OP shotgun. Why not? This gun's amazing.
Let's see what happens when we mix things up some.
Badasses.
This one out.
I don't think I'm right here. There's one. There's a couple.
Right, here comes Cash on legs. Now clean it off! Kaboom! Okay,
That's
kid.
badass.
You know me now, don't you?
The resupply pod is open.
Splatter mechanics.
Spend your dosh and shut up.
But yeah, that girl had a kid and all that stuff and that. I'm like really happy for her to go through what she's been through and that. She's such a good person altogether and that, so can't really see anything bad about her. Other than she's really hot, like super attractive.
Didn't want you to get bored, so I made something special
Again?
for you.
Again?
What's he got your attention, eh?
Yeah, badass.
Spend your dosh, imbeciles. Before
Okay.
I decide to shut the pod. The fact your survival is an accomplishment.
Yeah, I tried to add her back on Facebook. She refused to add me. I haven't posted any new pictures in that, but it's funny.
I'm not fronting you the dosh for that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get in contact with me. Because she'll probably end up flinging on me.
Let's see what happens when we mix things up some. Try this one
Well, I'm
out.
getting a lot of these. Cool. No problem.
Now sort off!
How do you... There's a way of blowing it up.
Loads more where that came from.
What is it?
And that's just the first course.
Uh-oh, so again.
That's gonna make a mess. You know me now, don't you? Shit! Hope someone's taking note. Not dead yet. I'll sort that. That'll shake some cobwebs loose. Please, sir, can I
Yeah,
have
the
it?
turrets now follow you around.
That's just the first.
Saw that on 3. Like, you'll throw up a turret that, like, it has, like, a sensor thing where it follows you around wherever you're on, it shoots. Yeah, oh my god. The third one's gonna be ridiculous. You're gonna face an enormous amount of people.
The next wave is gonna flatten
Oh,
You're not dead.
what time is it? It's 11. I think I have to go in very soon. I don't. I'm still using that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting some stuff in the mail. It's called Demigod something. I don't know what it is, but it's like a testosterone enhancer. You just like chew them, like little gummies and that. If it's a healthy snack, fuck it. We can get face fat ass. Oh my god. Blow his ass up again.
You know me now, don't you?
Nope, wrong. Nope, wrong. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Where's my C4 at? I didn't get any. I don't know how many. That's like stupid stairs. Fuck you, stairs.
Well, I'm burning up. Boom! Didn't like that, did you? Sawed off. You know me now, don't you?
Fuck.
Time for some worky work.
No, go away.
Now, sawed off.
Oh, fuck off.
That'll shake some cobwebs loose.
Run. Fuck. Fuck you, fat ass. You're going downtown.
Kindly die the next wave.
Man, I still creep, dude. I don't know why I hate that. I ate some buffalo wings and we went to the gym today. We hit the gym pretty hard today. Or yesterday. I like going with the kid I used to work with and that, but he just like he fuck around too much and like he needs like it's funny and that, but like when I'm trying to focus on the gym and that, like he just like plays around too much and that's still like, dude, you need to stop fucking playing around.
Think fast.
Like, you need to chill the fuck out.
So, think slow.
No. Oh man. Yeah, last couple days my stomach's been hurting me. Oh, fuck. I gotta stand up and move around a little bit. Well, I've been dropping weight and that, you know, I think I'm at the last like 5 pounds of like weight I need to drop. Maybe, I don't know, because I'm still like up and down with weight. Like I'm still over 200, but I'm like thinner than my muscle mass to be getting a lot. I don't know, start my bulk phase or whatever it is. Not really like. I mean, I exercise the same way I always do. I am getting a little bit stronger though, like with how many times I can lift certain things. So like I do 100 pounds, a lat pulled out. I could do like 25 of them now, which is a lot. On bench press. I don't know where I'm at on bench press though. I know I don't like doing a lot on bench press because of my shoulders and that. I mean, that's my trapezies and that. They're still fucking cramped up. Say like one of my favorite exercises is the lat pull down. I'm actually doing really good with it in that. It's very fun. It's actually really fun. I do enjoy it. Bicep curls are getting ridiculous. I could do 30 pounds in each arm and do like stand up ones and that where I'm actually anchoring my arms and that where I'm not like trying to like sway it. And I do like hammer curls to normal curls. Well, I did pretty good yesterday. 30 pounds? I never knew I could do that. That's a lot of fucking weight. It used to be a huge amount of weight for me. My biceps are getting a little ridiculous now. I'm actually focusing on them a little bit more. But yeah, I did 10 in each 10 in each arm, and I was doing like really tough ones and that. Like it's working like really good. It's like when people always talk about strength and that, they're always like, how strong can people get? And I say, well, the way I look at strength, I look at what's the strongest a person needs to get in this world to make their life easier, to make their job easier. I said we'll be able to say lift 50 to 100 pounds. So if you can lift 100 pounds clearly, like enough times, you're strong. Like compared to normal people, 100 pounds is a lot of weight. You know, like most human beings barely weigh 150 to 200 pounds. If you used to pick it up 100 pounds just to say, and like you can do that, 40 times, just say, you're a bit of a shit ton of muscle, and that depends on like how you pick it up and that. That's astounding. And like someone that can curl 100 pounds, curling 100 pounds is a lot. Just do full on bicep curls, and that means your whole entire body is going to be plus. So like picking up like 200 pounds would be rather light because your whole entire body would be engaged with it. But 100 pounds would be completely lifted off because of your just biceps and forearms alone. So like I picked up this little motor thing from work. I picked up 100 pounds before. It is heavy now, but it was roughly around that. It was like about 100 pounds, like 85, maybe 200 pounds. And I picked it up, from the ground up, and it was actually, it was heavy, but like I could do it. I'm like, wow, I'm very impressed because normally like my upper glute and my lower back would kind of like give out, but now that I work on my abs all the time and that now, like picking up things is so much easier because you tighten up your abs tighten up your back, and once you tighten up your lower back and your abs together, they work together. Very important to have strong abs. Like men with very strong core are always going to be a lot stronger than men with big arms because your core is like your main part of your body. And of course, it's always the most sexual part of your body towards a woman, and the same thing with the man. Women with nice skinny stomachs and that are always more attractive than girls that are fat and lumpy and that, and that's what it comes down to. And like core is so good. So like if you're a man, like do the one punch thing. Other than the 10-kilometer run, you can run like 3 kilometers a day and you'll be fine. Try to get up to, start off with like 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, 20 squats. Being serious. and slowly build your way up to 100. And it works like a charm. Run like a mile a day or a mile every other day. Try to do it every other day or something like that. And it's like, it's like if you're massively overweight in that, honestly, the best case scenario is to cut back on food and just eat more solid foods. Like, don't eat salads and that, but solid, like, proteins and that. Like, this is the big, I don't know, I'm just changing the subject around that. This is the biggest cause of obesity is fucking candy and chips. Okay? Because chips can add in a lot of calories and they're like, they're water soluble, they're carbs. So actually, you don't get full. You can eat a whole bag of chips and still be hungry. Why? Because they're water soluble. They just disintegrate. They turn into a powder, basically. If you eat meat, and that meat takes time to digest, your body has to work really hard to digest that, but it's a more beneficial thing because you keep your metabolism up, which is basically this metabolism is the acid in your stomach, how much acid you produce in your stomach, and how your stomach works. People that eat more meat are more or less going to be, more stronger than people that just eat carbs and that. They'll have more muscle built and that. They'll be stronger, honestly, to a certain extent. That's why the carnivore diet is such an important diet. People do it all the time, but not everyone can do that. Let's have protein with every meal. Have 30 grams of protein with every meal you take. And that's what it is. And this is why we have such problems in our world now because good food's too expensive. Like, you know how much junk food people buy? You can eat 4 times as much junk food than you can protein. So if you spend it on candy or something like candy is like $5 a bag. You can go out to your supermarket or whatever and buy a whole pound of grass-fed beef, so to speak, for like what, $8-9 a pound. That's your whole entire day worth of that's like half your day worth of protein. So you say you buy 3 pounds a day, you spend maybe $25 or $26. If you add that in with all the snack foods you buy and eat throughout the day, it costs the same, but you're more filling, so you don't have to eat so much of it. You might not even eat the full pound of meat. You might eat a half a pound of meat, and you're full. Man, I'm full. And then you go on your day, and then later on you eat the other half a pound of meat. And then no, man, it's half your day is gone. You got 8 hours or it's almost gone, or say 6 hours is gone that after you eat the whole pound of meat. You're like, wow. So the cycle of how things work, it's from awake to sleep. This is where the learning and the exercising and the weight loss starts. From when you wake up, how active are you when you wake up? I'm walking around right now. I'm talking on my thing and that. I'm drinking my pre-workout with some it's like a pumping thing that helps you pump out and that gives you a little more pump. It has actually has a bunch of vitamin C in it. A good amount. So I'm moving around now. I haven't ate anything yet. I'm at 450 steps just moving around that. The daily activity has to be high. If you like numbers and that, a step counter does work. Most people have Fitbits, or you just get it on your phone. Most times it's easy to just get a cheap ass Fitbit. I have a Samsung watch. I charge up every day and that. It has my steps in. So, if I go to work at 12:30 or something like that today, I think. And just to say, I'm just there okay. If I get over 1,000 steps just doing what I'm doing now, which there's a possibility I probably will, when I go to work, because I walk to work and it's almost 1,000 steps there, I'll get over 2,000 steps in, and every 1,000 steps I burn off probably 50 to 60 calories, depending on how fast my heart rate is or how fast I do it. Normally it goes up and down. It's an average. So I've already burned off 100 calories, and I've already been awake for, say, 2 hours, 3 hours. So I haven't ate anything. I'm fasting. Ketosis happens when you fast. That's when your body starts to eat fat and that you start to lose calories because you're in a deficit already because you haven't ate anything yet. And that's what it is. No, like most people that want to stay like they want to stay lean, that they just fast in the morning because the more time you spend not eating, at the end of the day when you sleep, you're automatically going to lose those calories. So if I stay in ketosis for a little bit of time and that, and I burn off, say, maximize like 400 calories, just to say, give or take. I already know I'm going to be at a deficit, so when I do sleep, I'm already going to drop weight. And ketosis actually causes your growth hormones to jump up a little bit in that, so you actually start to build more muscle because growth hormones go up. This is the biggest thing about break fast, breakfast. It's called break fast. These are satanic things that people create. Breakfast is actually the worst meal of the fucking day. It actually causes you to gain more weight because you're pushing stuff in your system that makes you tired and sluggish. You're supposed to fast in the morning. So like when you wake up and that, you never feel hungry. People are like, oh, eat your breakfast. You need your breakfast and that you need to eat. It's a lie. Like you're more focused if you just drink like 20 something ounces of water, or you can drink a coffee with it, so to speak. Or drink some type of caffeine or some type of thing that stabilizes you. You stabilize your mind. That no sugar, nothing. Just drink some that has caffeine in it. Normally black coffee does really good. And your whole entire day will light up. Because vitamin B, there's probiotics actually in coffee, actually helps you shit. Because like you'll get 4 or 5 hours of really good fasting, and sometimes you don't want to do it. You know, and this is not coming from the sense of like, you know, health nuts and that. This is a biblical sense. They tell us to fast periodically throughout the day. It always talks about morning. Wake up in the morning, that get your day going, that get your cup of Joe, which is coffee, and drink some water. Drink a bunch of water, and that take your big first piss in that. You drink coffee. It starts your metabolism up. Your body starts to digest faster than that. Whenever you get done, you probably take a big fat, shit, and that your body's actually filtering itself out. And then you drop weight. You keep on dropping weight, and all of a sudden, you're getting leaner and leaner and leaner. The fatter you are, the fatter you lose. Say the faster you lose. Once you get down to a certain weight, like where I'm at, I lose really slowly now because my percent of fat has dropped so dramatically. And now it's just me slowly losing a little bit each day. I might, because I'm bulking up too now, so my muscle value is getting higher next time. My weight is getting more. But like when I pinch myself in that, like my fat is still the same. And like I got this one lady comes around. I call her my black mama. She's an older lady in that. And she was looking at me and that. She was like, don't lose any more weight. I think you met your goal in weight loss. I'm like, I mean, my body's going to lose whatever it's going to lose. I'm not going to stop losing weight because I'm so into it now. I don't really like to eat. Like, I don't eat as much as I used to. Like, I just don't care. Like, I'll eat like a 1,300 calorie meal, but I'll also be fasting or I'll be moving around a lot to where I'm going to burn off, 200-300 calories of that. And then I'm going to feel great. And that's what it is. And it's a slow process, but I lost like 20 pounds, like really fast, like the first like month or two. I just dropped it. And I'm almost there. It's because I got long abdominals. My abdominals were very long and that, so like fat kind of collects on it when I like anything to do with sitting down, that all pushes together and that. So it's like that last bit to get that skin tight, like abs and that, is kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't want to push you too far because, if I push you too far, then I'll end up losing too much muscle mass. So it's a steady approach. Listen to this guy called Greg Doucette, and he's like, just maintain. He's like, get a physique that you like and just maintain it. So like if you're already down to that fat percentage in that, so you're down 10% fat, most like 15 to 10% fat, and you get down like 12% fat, you're gonna start showing. Normally it's at 10% to 8%, or you really start to show everything, but like most guys don't get down that low. Some guys are naturally like that, but they're really tiny and that, like they're not fucking bulky. But that's what it is. Like building muscle takes eating. Losing weight takes not eating. So you have to find the middle ground. It's like I've never been like skinny in my life and that, so dropping weight down, trying to be as skinny as I can be. Start showing the abs and that, or start showing some type of detail. It's the first time. And some people are like, oh, I cut before and that, I just fast a lot and that, I eat barely, like so he was like, I eat like one thing a day. You don't lose weight by not eating, you lose weight by eating the right foods. So like if your body doesn't recover every night and that, like muscle soreness, if you don't recover muscle soreness every night and that, you're failing on the whole point of building muscle. When you don't build muscle and that, your body thermogenesis goes down, so your overall calorie burning goes down. Like some people, they want to fast so much, and they're like, you can fast, but like if you're trying to get muscles on you now, or trying to get some type of strength on you, you gotta eat. As long as you're tearing muscle fibers and you're keeping a good amount of protein in your body throughout the whole entire day. So there's like big myths out there. Like some people say you can eat like 80% of your body mass in protein throughout the day. So say like if you're 200 pounds like me, and I can eat 160 grams, 170 grams of protein throughout the whole entire day. So like 30 grams here and there, and I'll keep my body mass, but also keep my calories low enough to where I can always lose weight. And some days I get cheat days and that. Like what's today? Wednesday? Normally Friday or Saturday, I'll get a cheat day to where I'll just eat a whole bunch of food. I mean, I'll slam it. There's some days I'll slam it really hard. Like, hey, I had a double chicken, double cheese, like nacho and that from Buffalo Wild Wings and that. It was like $14. Big ass meal on that for like 2 people. Like 3 actually. I ate it all by myself. I was so hungry and that. And the chips are so thin in that, so they don't really count as anything because they're like normal chips and that. I ate it all and I was just like devouring it with massive hunger ratio. Hey.
You guys will work?
Yeah.
Me and Dan have to go to a
Party.
It's one of the guys, hiring.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get it. I'm gonna get my socks on there. Oh man, I already took a fucking huge dump. Oh. You get some damn ankle socks. I hate these socks I have. They're too long and they're not big enough for my fat feet. It looks like it's probably gonna be hot today. I can deal with the fucking heat. I'm gonna drink a bunch of water in that before I go. But yeah, it's like you could do a lot of things in that. Like, most times, just keep yourself active throughout the whole entire day. It's always from when you wake up to when you sleep. So if you already like fasted for 3 or 4 hours, and not just to say when you wake up and then you're feeling good. Like right now, I'm feeling pretty good. My stomach hurts right now because I got fucking blow ass again. Yeah, it was hurting the other day, or this morning. I took a fucking huge dump. You just remember, drink a protein shake or eat meat before you go to bed. Probably like a steak or ground beef and that. If you can have like 40 grams of protein in your body and that, and so you wait like, I don't know, like an hour and that before you go to bed and that, let it digest a little bit. 100% gonna help out a lot. It'll keep you full, so when you sleep in that, you'll sleep with all the aminos in you, whatever else you might need. And man, like your whole entire body would change throughout the night. You'll wake up leaner. Like I wish I'd drink a protein shake or have a really good meal, like a fatty meal and that. Before I go to like an hour or two before I go to bed. Yeah, like it works out like a charm. So the reason why people get fat is they're not recovered. Like that's what it is. Like you work if you were a working man, that just say most men should be working, and you're like lifting up something and you're breaking down a lot of muscle fibers and that. Drink protein, eat protein. Like literally, people's like, oh man, my muscles hurt the next day. I said, well, it's because you're not eating enough protein. Like, oh, they hurt for like 2 or 3 days. You're not eating enough protein. You're not eating enough food to recover. You're stagnating yourself. And what happens is when your body can't recover through the food that you eat, it gets it elsewhere. It gets it from fat or it gets it from other protein. Your body eats itself. That's how it works. I was like, like you say, some people eat like 5 times a day, and that, yeah. Protein shakes. I get protein shakes. Or I'll do, mostly just protein shakes. I'll go to like QT and I'll grab like 42 grams of protein. I'll drink one, wait like an hour. I'll drink another one. I'll have some carbs with me too. Like I've been eating some of this like white cheddar popcorn shit. Like has a good amount of fat in it too. So like I get, a good amount of fat in my system too, which is the cheese powder. But this is like it works. Like I'm gonna start eating more ramen noodles and that. Cause then you start doing that a little more. Ramen noodles look better. A little better. But anyway, I won't get off of that. But yeah, that dream was really weird though. I want to talk to Olive about it, see what happens. And like see what she thinks about it and that. It seems like a dream of us getting closer and that, and like, and that guy that she like, that tall guy that she's like hanging on like with, and that is like, I guess the imitation of Bouchard. Like all the people that she hangs around with are like his friends. So yeah, Bouchard's the guy that she's with, and that he's not a bad kid at all. I have nothing really bad to say about it. He's just young. He's just going through mature cycle and that of learning. So I give him props, honestly. Like some of his friends are a little like up and down. One of them's kind of a hothead. But yeah. Some days I wish I didn't have to worry about any of this crap and that, like honestly. Me and Audie talk about it off and on. She's like, oh no, what would you do if I didn't come in here? I'd like, it'd be peaceful. And she kind of like laughing about it and that. I'm just like, yeah, it'd be peaceful. And like, you start a lot of drama, because you're a very attractive woman. And everyone's trying to cling on to you, and that it's like a war to get that girl pregnant. Basically, that's what it is. All men have that. So like when a really attractive woman comes around a bunch of dudes, it's literally like warfare with the dudes. The dudes will literally like do anything to get that woman and that. And like it started off like that. It was bad. Like I made the first move. I took her out. Like we just went out to one of the restaurants and that. I was getting to know her and all that stuff and that. We were talking that, and when she came back to, it was like a restaurant right across the street. When she came back to work and that, all the guys were sitting there like getting all mad and that because I took her out, and then they all started doing things towards her. I said I took her out because I'm an older person. I want to get to know her. And you guys were sitting like a bunch of morons that not talking. She was really sitting in a fucking corner. And the guys were sitting in the corner together, just talking. And she was sitting there like, hey, come outside with me and let's talk. And so we started talking that, like, the interactions were good and clean that, because, I'm just talking about myself and that psychology and shit. And she was, like, into that. So we, like, had a good conversation. As we started building up in that, things started changing a lot. All those 3 guys that were actually working with us, 2 of them got fired, the other one quit because 2 of them had to go in that because they were just getting this, there was just too much interactions. And that's what it come down to, I don't know, like, it's just weird. Like, I can't, like, it went down to, this is how the psychologicals went down with Audie. This is very, very important to understand this, because this is how, like, it actually works in real life. At first, I didn't know her and that, and I started getting close to her and that, and she started showing her actual self off to me in a very awkward way. She's a little awkward sometimes with certain things that she does, but hey, whatever, she's young and stupid. And so we start progressing that. I start falling for her. Like, I really start falling for her heavy. Now she reminded me of Crystal. Crystal was like the same way in that, after like a month or so in that, she started like getting closer to me. She started like, she kept like butting her butt up against me and that. And like, of course, this girl never did that because we're like around a lot of people. We were around people in that because very small space. You couldn't like hide and do something. And so, like, little things happen that, and as you start progressing that, she, up front, she kept doing, like, teasy tactics, she kept teasing, like, doing certain things and that. I know, so I'm just like, whatever. That's what girls do. I know I'm attractive, and of course I was, overweight at the time of that. And it came down to, okay, I was like, whatever. And then we started hanging out a lot. Like, a lot. Like, we would hang out, like, every damn day for, like, 2 weeks and that. I think it was every, like, a couple times that she went and hang out, but... And then... like, we started getting, like, really fucking close. And I couldn't deal with it because I'm just like, we're getting too close and that. Like, I like in that, but, like, the interactions were 100% clean. Because, like, we were hanging out a lot. And, like, it came down to, we were just like, okay, what does this person mean to me? What does she think about me? So I try to get, to get to know her a little bit more than that. So we talk in that a lot, Of course, after we hung on that, we constantly were going to the gym and that, and I kept asking her. I asked her out multiple times in that. And, like, the biggest thing is she's like, oh, stop asking me out and that we're just friends. I'm just like, well, it's like I see that the interactions are getting really close and that we're starting to bond really good and that. That's the whole point. You have to ask someone out to get close to them. It's not about being boyfriend, girlfriend. It's the interactions of knowing what that person thinks, So, like, one of the things I kept talking about is, like, I kept asking her questions if she liked me. Still never says that she likes me, but she, like, throws it out there, wink, wink type bullshit. I'm like, you're retarded. Just fucking tell me. You're like you're like poking the beast, and like this guy is gonna get to that point where he's gonna get really fucking like attractive because I'm dropping weight, I'm bulking up, and that other girl's gonna see me. You're gonna be left in the fucking dust. Like, are you giving you an opportunity? Because women don't find guys to me because I'm a very pure-hearted man. I don't screw girls, screw them. I haven't, honestly, I never fully done it with a woman in that. So, like, to me, I'm like the purest fucking dude in the world right now at my age. And, like, the first interaction with a woman of actually going through it all the way, having full-on intimacy, is going to be something that my first time. So that person has to be special. I'm not just going to just bang a girl just because, oh, wow, you're hot, Oh, wow, you got tits and ass. I don't care. That doesn't interact with me a lot. What's up? And it it kind of gets to that point where it becomes really difficult to find a mate. Because there's just too much interactions out there. It becomes really funny too. It's like, wow, people are fucking retarded. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm about ready to go take a big old dump. I gotta get ready to go to work about an hour. No. A lot of people don't come on until later on in the day. Yeah, people got school and stuff and that. And since you live in a different country, it's always nighttime when I get on. Yeah, I gotta go to work here a little bit. I'm just walking around trying to get some steps in. Cause I gotta take a crap again. It's 9:45 for me. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm probably dropping another shit. My stomach was hurting this morning. I took a fat mean shit this morning. I feel like I gotta take another one. Fat mean shit. I am ready for work. I'm just chilling. I was talking about the dream I had last night. No, my mouth's just really dry. I've just been talking on the mic a lot. I had a weird dream. It was like I never had a dream. It was about the girl at work and that. It was really weird. Like it wasn't like an actual like dream of like really like anything bad. It was just like awkward. And and like I'm trying to figure out what the message was because it's like the message was like the way I felt in the dream and that. Like basically, what it is dreams start off. I'll give the context. We start off like me and her getting really close again. Like we were like basically like very like trying to get very intimate with each other and that. And like and then it switched over to her like getting with a guy, and like it wasn't even like I would say it's like I'm afraid of betrayal basically. I don't like I'm afraid of losing her, and that's basically what it was. Like I'm scared to lose her, and like I don't like be like that, because I have to accept reality when it comes in. But that's what the dream was. Like we were super close to, like we were face to face, and that like we were. I can like see her face right now, beautiful smooth skin, that gorgeous, gorgeous looking, and it was very heartwarming. And then it switched to like the dream. The dream kind of like switched over to a scenario. You know, she was holding hands with this other guy and that, and like I just thought about it. I had this guy with me. He's a photographer, and the photographer, he's like a model photographer. He had like one of those big cameras and that. He takes modeling pictures and that. Because this girl wanted to get into modeling. That I don't know why modeling's fucking retarded, but whatever. And the guy was talking to me. It had been an angel because he was talking to me about her life. He's like, yeah, I got pictures of her, like someone was spying on her and like privately taking pictures of her, that like a detective type stuff. And it was telling me like, oh yeah, I see how her life is and that, and I know that like she likes to get close with men, but doesn't mean that she wants to get with men. And that's basically the idea in my head right now, that that's how she is. And like, and they always say, and I talked to a preacher guy about it and he told me flat out, he's like, some women, most women, don't know the idea of love until they either lose it or they get mature enough to actually accept it. So like this pastor guy came around that, and he was just like, I said, oh yeah, she's got a man. And he said, with you? I said, no. It's like she's talking to a guy her age and all stuff. And he's like, oh, okay, And like the idea is, This is where it comes through. This is where like it gets to that point. It's like, why don't people express their true emotions towards someone, especially if they can understand them and like them? I never understood that being older than that, but when I was younger than that, I kind of get it. It's fear. It's a fear of people looking at you. You think you got something going on with you because you just came out of high school and that, like, you think people know you. No one fucking knows you. Like, a very little amount of people know you. If 100 people know you from high school, 100 people know you out of high school. Them 100 people scatter, and, like, you might have, like, 2 or 3 people that you might see every now and again. Whatever, maybe. So, like, I always kept thinking about this stuff and that. Because, like, the idea is that people look at love as, like, not for what it is. So try and explain love in that. Love is like a mutual bond between two people that you always will have that person in your heart. You always care about that person because something significant happened with the bond with the two people, and they know that they can have each other's backs, and that when it comes down to that, and that's the biggest thing I learned being older is what love really is. That's why I'm not in a relationship. I don't find any girl that loves me. Like, honestly, it's just lust. Like, all these girls, they just want to, like, oh wow, you're hot, you're cute, and they always think about the body type and that. And then when they get to that point of like breaking, like in their 30s, like, I got clean on to someone really quick in that because I don't have money to pay for my bills and that because something might happen. That guy's been working for the last 15, 20 years. He's been, he saved up money and now he's got a couple $100,000 in his bank and that. I gotta do something. I always tell people, when you're younger than that, build up that relationship. You'll have so much more fun. You'll deal with a lot of bullshit in that, but you'll grow as a person, especially as a woman. Because men lead women, So when a man gets higher up, he follows. That's cool. Yeah, we don't have archery in our school, but yeah, that's awesome. Times it almost 1:30. Yeah, we didn't have any of that stuff in that. Yeah, oh yeah, we just had just normal sports and that. We played a lot of like ball sports and that, like football, soccer, stuff like that, kickball. Yeah, we never had that stuff. Yeah, I think I got blow ass again. Oh, okay, bud. I'm gonna get off. I gotta take another fucking shit. Oh, I'll probably get back on later tonight. I gotta see. Well, yeah, you're still young in that. Anyway, bud, I'll see you later. Now I'm gonna get going. That sports are great to stay in. It keeps you athletic. Anyway, man, you have a good day and that. God bless.